Hello friends, this is Ganesh. Hope the things are going good from your side, and this video we're going to see about interactive ALV using OOPS concept. Could be easy because we already done with interactive report, normal interactive report, and object oriented concept for ALV. So now we are going to combine these two and we are going to make interactive ALV. So interactive is nothing but more than one report or one page, right? So it depends on the user's input, user's request, our second report to be generated. So to generate a second report, we need some information from our first report. So these are the very basic idea about interactive. So how to pass the data from first report to the second report, and how we can make a code or we can write a code to come back to the previous report. So these are very basic steps to be done if you go with the interactive report. But again, the coding is same select query and same ALV concept, and we are going to fill the field catalog components. So those everything is same, and probably we are going to make two different events here. One is for double click and another one is for hotspot. So these are the two events, and which has a parameter of holding the which particular record got selected. So based on that, we can just start writing our code in the interactive ALVs. Okay, so let's get into the slides and we'll go to the system as well. So this is the basic stuff. We are going to make it for the interactive ALV. I need two different module pool screen because we are going to make it through object oriented concept. So I need screen one, let's say 200 and 300. I have two different containers, maybe container number one, container number two, and we need to write the code to pop up the container in the in the module called PBO of the particular screen. So for the container one, I have to write the code in 200, and container two, I need to write the code in the screen to PBO concept. Okay, along with that, we have to make some basic stuffs like calling the screen, and we have to write the code to fill the catalog for the ALV. So that is going to be happen in PBO of the first screen. In second screen, little bit different. I'm not going to write the code in the PBO. Instead, I'm going to write the code in the event. Very technically you can say event handler method, because if the double click happens, I want to call my second report. If the hotspot clicked, I want to call the second report. It's nothing here, report is nothing but second screen to be called. So those things we are going to use. We are going to write the select query for the second report in the event handler method, not in the PBO of your second screen. So that is going to be happen only in your first screen PBO. We're going to dump all the code like select statement and everything is going to be happen in PBO of 200. But here a little different. In PBO, I'm going to write only the ALV related stuffs, all the select statements, and reading the value, what the value is selected in the first report through double click or hotspot. Everything is happening in the event handler method, and inside the event handler method, I'm going to use the statement to call the screen, call screen number, call screen 300. That's it. Okay, so that's what we are going to make it for interactive ALV. And these are the two events I'm going to be used for this scenario. One is double click, and I need e row. E row is fine for me. E column is not going to happen here in my scenario. I need only E row informations. It happens, it holds which row has got selected. And hotspot click, also another event hand tool symbol will come. So here we are going, I'm going to use E row ID is one of the parameter for this event, and this is going to be hold the particular number of which row got selected. Okay, so with the help of these two, I'm going to write the select statement for my second interactive for second report. Okay, for ALV, I'm going to take the data from this hotspot click or double click. Okay, from both the sides, I'm going to write in the both the event handler method, same set of code. Probably you might have a different scenario. If double click happens, a different report to be called, if hotspot, different report to be called. Probably hotspot is a different field and double click is a different field. Okay, depends on the requirement. You can make use of the events whichever is required. Okay, and I think that's it. So we'll get into the system now. This is my system and the program, the same program I copied over here. And if you see the output of my program as is display the material master information in the ALV format. And the scenario is going to be, if I double click, I want to know what is the plant information of this particular material. This is the material master, so I go with the MARC table and get all the plant information. And I'm going to enable a hotspot for the material type, and if someone clicks the material type, it shows what is the description of the material type. Probably we will go with the model dialog box format. In the pop-up format, it shows what is the type, what is the description of this FERT, because someone asked how to just show details in the pop-up screen. We used a model dialog box. Okay, so probably I need two more screens here. One is for material plant information by double click, another one is for material type description by hotspot. Okay, let's go to the code. So the code is simple. We have already seen this, and if you go to status 200, the place where I have written all the code to generate the first ALV report from Mara table. Okay, so here I'm going to enable the hotspot for my what is that material type, hotspot equal to X. That's it. Okay. Okay, then I want to, okay, we'll go one by one. We'll take the first part of material type double click. So double click, anyway, the event is already there. So if you if open the class, yeah, then methods, okay, let me go here. So double click, I showed you with some breakpoints. So the event is already there, and I have E row and E column. And here one more thing to be added is event for hotspot. Hotspot for events. The event name is hotspot click. So if you want, you can go and see the events tab in this class GUI grid, and there are fields called E row, control spacebar, E row ID, and control spacebar, and E column ID. And you have one more thing as E row number. It's actually same. E row number, it gives the same thing whatever you are giving E row ID. So here it's the same thing also. You're able to use it from this parameter. Okay, so few things are done. So what else we need to do is we need two more screens. One is for plant information, one is for material description. Okay, so let me create screen here. 300 and 400 will go with a number. Yes, I want to save this. 300 is for material plants layouts, and I need a different custom container for this 300 screen. Okay. Okay, so container I will go with CUST/COINT2. Okay, flow logic. I'm not going to take much on PAI of the screen, so I'm going to enable only status 300, and then because I'm going to handle this from the OOPS ALV application toolbar buttons, not the screen application toolbar buttons. Okay, that is the reason. And I need one more. Let me complete the screen creation, and this is for model dialog box 400, and this is for material type, and is going to be a model dialog box. And go to layouts. Make sure you have selected model dialog box option, and I need a container here. Everything is same, only the display, the size of the window is going to be changed. So here also custom container 3 flow logic. So here also I prefer go with status PBO of the screen. So let me save it and keep it in the display mode. Let's activate everything. Okay, so probably the object steps are little more, but it's very simple. So if you know the designs, everything is easy for you. Edits, implementation. Okay, implementation is missing. That's fine. I'll let me do that. Okay, so screen level, everything is good. So let's go to the program, close this. Okay, they are giving a complaint as this method is not implemented exactly correct. So let me implement it. Method event hotspot end method. Okay, so relevant steps for the event handler method is method to be registered. Otherwise, it won't give any syntax error. It won't generate the event handler method. So this needs to be registered in my first report. Okay, so before table display, we have some registration already happened. Yes. So here I want to add the registration for hotspot also. Hotspot. Okay, that's it. So far we are good. So let me activate now. Yes. And if you have more objects like programs, screens, and the menus, always you go with this kind of the design. Okay, like AC80 design, and then activate everything in one shot. It's active. Okay. So now I'm going to write the code for screen 300. Okay. So what is screen 300 over here? Change mode. Go to 300 and try to create a module in the same program. So data is not ready. I'm going to simply going to do a call my custom container with the help of object-oriented concept. So here I'm going to say data object container 2 type ref2 cl custom container, right? I'm not sure. Let me copy this. Yeah, these two. GUI custom container. Okay. Custom container and then object for ALV. This is for 2 CLGUI ALV grid. Okay. And then I need to call this. I have to create a reference for this particular object. Let me do that. Control F6. So here I'm going to use an option create object, object name, and then class. Just enter. And it will ask what is the container name. So container name is custom container 2. Okay, I don't want anything else here. So exception is always to be enabled. So for the easy view, I'm just removing the exceptions over here. And the next one is I'm going to create the reference for this object. So this is the object and this is the class for that, and continue. And it will ask what is the parent, what's the parent name. So parent name is the previous one, container 2. That's it. Delete. Done. Okay, now I'm going to call the method which display or which generates the ALV design. Okay, so the method is set table for first display, and I'm going to use same class and then object as a different object ALV2. And here it's very simple. It's going to be generate the ALV. So I'm not going to pass any layout or nothing in my scenario. Only two internal tables. One is hold the data, business data. Another one is the design of your ALV. So remember, still the data is not ready and even the design is also not ready. But in the PBO of 300, I am writing a code which generates the custom container along with the ALV design. Simple. Okay. Okay, so now what I have to do is maybe I have to write the field catalog here, designing designing my ALV over here. What is the first field, what is the second field, what is the third field, and what is the content and everything. And the data population is going to be happen in my event handler method only. So here I'm going to use the same design or same object of ALV because anyway the format is same, right? So I'm going to use that particular same. I'm not going to declare one more time. So here maybe I can copy paste it, could be the easiest one. So let's go here. Yeah, I want this. Okay. So first one I need I need a material MATNR, and the internal table is not yet ready, but it could be IT underscore MARC, and this is going to be the material number. Okay, and then second column is going to be the plant. I don't want to enter the repeated one, so I think two field is enough. Okay, and this is going to be the plant. I don't want this. There's no drag down handler here, like list box. And this is plant. Okay, just two fields. Okay, so now the design of ALV is ready. So content we need to write it. So that is going to be here. So content I can say MARC. Okay, so this is going to be happen in my event handler method. It's a double click. So event handler method, double click event handler method, which I'm going to write the code. So let's go to the method implementation of that. So this is the implementation of that method. So here I'm going to write the code, select MATNR and then works from MARC into table. It's going to be IT data IT MARC. Okay. So this needs to be declared better outside of your event handler method. So that is easy to access in my PBO also. Okay. And here I'm going to write the code where MATNR equal to selected by user. So here anyway the selected row is going to be captured in one of the parameter of this event handler method is E underscore row. So I'm going to make use of that particular value over here. So my internal table, the previous internal table is IT Mara, and I'm going to use one index. So this index is going to be E row ID, it's not ID, E row hyphen does that field name is going to be, one second, am I doing correctly? Even U command, what is the even U command? Oh, sorry, I'm placing in the wrong method, extremely sorry. It's going to be double click, not event handler. That's why the parameter is not available. Where is my double click event? Okay, over here. Yeah. So here I have a E row, control space bar, double click E row, right? Yep. Index. So this is the one which I'm going to use it. And from here, I need the value of matter. So this is a new syntax, and make sure you have the data in this particular E row. Otherwise, it's go to a dump. Probably in this scenario, it won't. I'm not having any proper if condition. So, but in real time, please make sure your IT Mara has a data as well as E row also has it. It means index is not 0. Okay. Otherwise, you'll get a dump. Okay, so now I'm going to write the code here at LVMATNR. Here this ITMARC to be declared. So let me go here and declare quickly. Just two fields. and then plants D and then close it. Finally, table of HTML. That's it. So we are done almost. Code is ready, data is ready, and the PBO module also has the design of ALV and it calls the set table first display. So hope things should be good. Let's see. Check it. So one scenario is ready. Last statement dot is missing. Yeah, over here. Check it and still okay, some if condition. Did I open any if conditions? No, I think some end modules got deleted. Okay. Okay, done. So if the user double click the material number and it should, okay, not in the material number, anywhere, it just take the particular row and generate the second ALV. Let's see how it goes. Execute, double click. What is missing? Okay, it's not going. So registration is done. Let me check quickly. Even method, yes, registration is done. Let's call this. And it should, okay, very basic stuff. Normal ABAP is missing here. So once it is done, it needs to be call the screen, right? Call screen 300. Activate. Let's see if everything is in place or anything to be done. Execute and double click. Yes, so it comes planned. I have only two for this material number. Okay, so now exit is not going to work because this is application toolbar of the screen 200. So we are in the screen 300. So I'm going to add one more button here to just go back to my previous screen. Okay, so that's what I'm going to add it. Let me go to the program. Okay. Let's go back. It's going to be Z. Change. So here we have the toolbar concept, right? So this concept needs to be added for screen 300 also. But over here, what I'm going to do is, anyway, I'm going to use the same internal table. So let me have a quick if condition. If it is a screen number is 200, I want this to be the buttons. Okay, so if the screen number is 300, I need something else. So sy. So I don't want to call it again in a different event handler method. So this way also will work. So here I want this button and I can say G back and go back. Okay. It's done now. So the next I need to write a code for this. Okay, so for that, what is the event handler method again? Event handler method is user command. So here, this one I want to write. Just double click. So here I'm going to write. So if eucom equal to g back. So I want to go to the screen 200. So leave to screen, right? Leave to screen 200. Okay, that's it. Back to what? So now one button to be enabled in my second ALV. Okay, again the registration is missing. So I won't get the button. Yeah, the button is missing here because I didn't register the toolbar event for 300 screen. And for the object, because object is different here, right? Object ALV2 is the one which generate the ALV. So I want that also to be registered in my screen 300. So the same thing, where is the one? So here it is. So let me do this also because I need a event handler also. And this is for object 2. Object 2. Okay, so wherever you want this event handler to be called for the particular object, that needs to be registered. It's a very basic one for object ALV concepts. Okay, so now double click. So I have the button now enabled. Just go back and it's called the previous screen. Okay, so this is one particular scenario of interactive ALV, and another one which I'm going to do is if I click this material type, I need a model dialog box to be called and just a description of this material type. Okay, let's see how to do that. Exit. So for that, the screen is already ready. Model dialog box is already ready. So the same way we have to just copy paste with a different object. Okay. So go to screen 400 because that is needs to be done in PBO of the particular screen, and it's a model dialog box. So let me enable or just create the status 400 PBO module in the same program. Okay, so here I'm going to write the same set of code but with a different object reference. So here let me copy this. Here I'm not doing any best practice because I just want to convey how to do an interactive ALV. You might have a same object reference for 3 different ALVs or same internal table you can maybe used. Okay, everything is possible. So let me copy here, paste it. So I don't want to go add everything in this particular scenario. So once you're comfortable, you can play around with that. Okay, so 3, and this could be material type, right? MTART, and this is, I'm not sure what is the field name. One second, what's the table name? 1 minute. So this is the table T134. It holds the material type and its description. Okay, so we'll make use of this table. So here I can say text, mtext. Okay, so this needs to be created. So material type is just 10 and material type, and then this is going to be material text. It's a field name mtbez. Okay, mtbez, and this is going to be mtext. This is m type description. So let me go with 40. Okay, so that's it. And here also I'm going to use clear, the same internal table I'm using here, and this one is going to be the different object reference 3, 3, and this is also going to be 3. And finally I'm going to call set table display method. Let's call. So this is the one with the different object name. Just continue. So here also I need only 2 fields, only these 2. Out tab is going to be ITM text, needs to be created, and this is already available ALV. So restore not required for this scenario. Okay, so almost done. Now the table to be generated, ITM text to be generated, and this is coming under event handler method. Okay, which event handler method? Hotspot click event handler method. So quickly mtbez, just go and declare it. times big enough. STU. Okay, so I got a call. So here it's going to be M text. MTART and type MTART. Then the text field is MTBZ. Okay, MTBEZ. Type. I guess it's going to be the same one. Data element also. That's fine. Text. Okay. Data ITM text. Type table of STUM text. Okay, almost done. So now we need to write the code in the hotspot click event handler method. So here, just double click. Okay, it's empty currently. So here going to write select mtrt mb. What is that? Okay, it's not coming here because that the syntax will be different. mtbz. Okay, mtbz from T134 into table at it mtxt, where mtart equal to local variable mtart that needs to be received from the event handler parameters. Let's see that one. And anyway, we go with the English for the language key. That's it. And here I'm going to get data lv mtart equals it mara of e row id, and what is that? Index. And I need mtart. That's it. So we are good enough. And finally we need to call the screen, and this is a model dialog box. So call screen 400 starting with ending at. So I am very poor on this x1 y1, so it might become something differently. Let's see how it comes. 2060. Okay, done. So I'm not going to add any button in the screen because you know how to do that. I don't want to waste your time. So you can do it if you want anything in this, either in the ALV level or in your screen level. Just add it to come out of the screen. Okay. What is the error? MTB is the unknown column name. Seriously, 1T134. T134 MTBZ, right? It has a text table. Oops, yes, very good. It's T is missing. Okay, it's all good. Yes, great. Let's see how it's displayed the MTART in a model dialog box and click. See, I mentioned right, I'm very poor in X1, Y1. So it shows material description and material type is FERT, and here its material description is finished product, whatever it is. Okay. So this is carry forward from 200. It won't work because this is going to be the 200 PAI. It's not in your model dialog box. Okay. So just play around with this. So interactive is very simple. You know the interactive concept from ABAP reports, and you know about ALV with object oriented. So probably the code level is little big, but if you know the design, it's very simple to implement any kind of interactive ALV. Depends on the user requirement. Okay, so just play around with this, and if you have any doubt on this, please let me know. And thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video. Bye. So unfortunately I'm not able to close this because I don't have any buttons to close that one. Okay, Fine, just try your own buttons, write your code, and close this. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye.